This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you another edition of Dragons in Modern. Well, we don't really have what we want in our opening 7, which is 1 mana dorks into 3 mana planeswalkers, but we'll try it. I think we'll get lucky. We do have a little bit of removal, so there's that. Hoping not to play energy again, to be honest. We played, burn, okay. Maybe we'll see something we like at the top. Land, just to get it out of the way. So we're guaranteed to draw some action. / 2 lands in a row. And Grazer. It's not a bad draw for us. It actually maybe our best draw against Burn, and pulls down the fort and ramps us. So that sets us up for a turn 3 Questing Beast with a Lightning Bolt. To handle something nasty. So we played against our very first match of the day was against Burn, and they scooped the match after. I don't even think we finished game 1. I think they were in a position to win though. People don't like playing against the janky dragons sometimes. I'll try to reach out and make some friends. And does 2 damage to any target. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, we got a bunch of lands. So this is the kind of draw where anger would be really good for us. From our opponent. There's another dragon. So our opponent's down to 2 cards. They have a creature-heavy aggression strategy going on with 2 damage here. And I assume they're going to have ways of sacrificing this and getting it back. So we're hoping to... Man, there's so many lands on top. We have this Grazer into double land. And then we drew a dragon, so that's good. Another Seal of Fire is an answer to what we're trying to do, basically. 3 damage target player, yep. So now we're down to 9. And we're going to Questing Beast and force their hand, because we have more action. It does make us sad. Another land. Holy cow. Cavern of Souls. Maybe they'll cash in one of the Seals of Fire to get rid of this Grazer. What did we see on the top here? Fable. I forgot to crack the Wooded Foothills. Dang it. Sigh. Honestly, I don't know if I would have cracked it anyway. Fable's a pretty good card for us. It does help us filter through these lands, but we really don't care. We just want to make our land drops and play our threats. So they're at 1 card and we're at 8 if they want to go ahead and cash in the Seal of Fire. At least this is going to save us 4 life. I always put in my comments when I'm the one who starts the match in the free zone. I'm testing a brew for CyclesGaming.com. Is this a brew anymore? I guess it's a brew, but I've been playing it for so long. It's not new per se. It's got a few new, Grazer, Fable, Main Deck Anger. Those are new. So are they going to cash it in? Yes, it looks like they will. Okay, so Questing Beast. This for all the text on that card, which is it's one of my it's one of my favorite cards. If you've been watching, it now reads gain 4 life. Because that's what just happened, folks. Now, do they have a way to get their enchantments back? 2 cards. We are at 12. I like that. No, we're at 9. Don't like that. I mean, we're not, and we do not have a fast clock, unfortunately. Man, just so many lands. I mean, we're in a position where we can put them to 14. Next turn, put them to 6. That's just a lot of looks. But they just need 3 burn spells. They've only got 1 card, but put us to 6, draw a card, burn spell. Put us to 3, cash in that for a burn spell. I mean, there's a lot of ways they can kill us next turn. Wait, no, the Goblin Guide. I mean, getting 2. Hopefully they have a Path to Exile, and that's what's in their hand. I think if they did, though, they would have not cashed in the Soul of Fire. Living on the edge against burn, that's for sure. Man, the lands are just intense right now. So what we could do is exert, attack, put them to 6, and then use Storm Breath to monstrous it to finish them off. Let's try to keep our life total somewhat high. And they have Boar's turn. Still crack. Alright, the 3 mana burn spells we're okay with. Alright, this is the game. Do they find another burn spell? They find another 1 mana burn spell. We is dead. If they do not, they is dead. They got a land. Alright, so they're gonna get a redraw. But a redraw is not enough when they see it. Yep. Alright. Okay, we race burn to some success. Unfortunately, we don't really have a lot of ways to fight burn. Do we want to do a damping spear to slow them down, perhaps? I think that's about all we got. I mean, we do have Paw Patch formation, which can gain us a little bit of life. Okay, well, we got lucky there. They're the Seal of Fire burn deck. They might have made the right choice in killing the questing beast, but then they ran out of burn before we could win the race. Will Damping Sphere be enough to slow them down? Or is Fable the better card there? Okay. We have the lightning bolts are good. They answer if they have a creature strategy. Or oh man, I don't know. Is it worth it? Do we want to take 1 mulligan? They begin with 7. All right, we're gonna keep it, and then maybe we don't have a way to hold down the fort other than lightning bolts, but bolt the first threat, bolt the second threat, and hopefully live long enough to then be in the questing beast range. You know, Goblin guy number 1. Do we draw more lands? And we get an anger. That's not really what we wanted there. Our opponent probably thinks we brought that in against him. We did not, actually. Bring that in against him. It's in our main deck. Alright, what is our opponent up to? Do they have more creatures? They probably are not going to want to run out too many creatures after seeing the anger. They're going to go with the burn strategy, I imagine. If that's in the game, if that's in their options. Another Goblin Guide. And bolt that one. Burn life total somewhat ish. What do we find on the top at my end? Kiora. Alright, well, I mean, Kiora isn't the worst thing we could see off the top. Grazer would have been nice again, though. Alright, well, we're back into Bolt the Goblin Guide, into Kiora, and to Questing Beast. And they have 4 cards, we're at 16, so 4 times 3 is 12. Then up to 5. Well, I don't know. I'm not feeling as good about this game as last. We don't have all the tools we need. Damping Sphere even slows them down, but they cast everything at instant speed anyway, so our lightning bolt's lined up. I mean, we kept the lightning bolt heavy hand, thinking if they have a creature strategy, we'd be pretty good, and they did. They had a creature strategy, but it looks like they have the also. Let's follow up our creature strategy with a bunch of burn spells. Man, we are just running into land after land. Oh my gosh, another anger. Okay, well, Paw Patch formation would be pretty good right now. That's what I would like to see. Because we need that little bit of life gain. A little bit of life gain make a big difference. 5 cards, 2 lands. They didn't cast an instant though. Interesting. What is going on with them? They must have a handful of Path Exiles. That's what I would guess if I had to. At least we got to start drawing some cards. I mean, they didn't cast any instants the last turn. Maybe they're saving their burns. I don't know. That doesn't seem like the right strategy to save your burn spell for creatures that don't exist. Another land. Oh man. Maybe they just have a handful of creatures and they know that we have anger and they're just waiting to try to draw into burn spells. I'm not sure. Either way, another land is not what we wanted to see off this Questing Beast. Kiora is supposed to draw us into more action, which it still can. Yeah, they did have Path Exile. But I called it, I guess. Okay, you got us with that path. Do you have more paths? Hopefully we hit dragon into dragon. So we can play the Questing Beast into a dragon. Opponent doesn't want to chat. That's fine. Dragon. It's a Storm Breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we can actually go Storm Breath into Questing Beast right now, which is pretty sweet. Gives another dragon. Man, our opponent must have the weirdest hand. Do they just have like skull cracks or something? I don't even know. Glorybringer. Do they have another path? I mean, I have to say, they must have another path to exile. Like, what else are they doing with their manas if they don't have paths? And if they want to... This is where Cure is so powerful. If they want to use burn spells to kill things, fine. They use 3 spells to kill the path and 2 burn spells. We're okay with that. They're down to... And we're drawing because we keep drawing into action now. This is what Cure is here for, right? We drew into the Glorybringer. Hopefully we'll draw us into something else. It's just such a weird... I'm assuming we'll see another path or 2 burn spells to take out the Storm Breath, one or the other. Oh, they're going to Deflecting Palm. I don't... If they do against Questing Beast, they can only do it against Questing Beast. I don't think they're going to... Don't think that works the way they think because of Questing Beast. Yep. Sorry, dude. Deflecting Palm does not work against Questing Beast. Damage cannot be prevented. Questing Beast is such a blowout. I've had players do that against me before, and Questing Beast, man, is the real truth sometimes, and it just hoses Deflecting Palm. You brought in Path, you brought in Deflecting Palm. Somehow that doesn't target, even though it's it says per white, but somehow it doesn't target. And our opponent's dead if they don't do something. So their sideboard plan slowed them down too much. If they just had stuck to their burn plan, I think they would have gotten there this game. Searing Blaze. Okay. 3 damage to Questing Beast. No, they're going to take... That's fine, you know, again, if they can... They can't even... Okay, well, I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good about this burn matchup. This is another Storm Breath, too. Sometimes you run hot against decks that you don't even need to run hot against. In this situation, man, I wish we could run this way against some of these other matchups. All right, and we get there. All right, so taking down Burn. I mean, look, Dragons, I've played Burn a lot. It's a known entity. They win a lot more times than not, to be honest. So I'll take that win, that's for sure. And again, I think it's our opponent's sideboard plan. Path to Exile, Deflecting Palm. This is what I really want to... I'm working on the Skullgari Emperor deck. I've played it a few times. I added a Cursed Marauder. I'm kind of tempted just to play that now. I've played Dragons for a bit. Anyway, their sideboard plan slowed them down. I don't know what else was in their hand, but maybe more Deflecting Palms. Anyway, for CyclesGaming.com, this is Johnny Cycles. I'll take that win. Catch you on the next one. This has been another edition of Dragons and Modern. I'm Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. If you haven't already, please be sure to check out my website where you can read about my various commander decks, watch the gameplay from all of my modern brews, and read my science fiction fantasy novel, The Podkind, that I'm publishing serially. And if you like my content, please be sure to click that subscribe button over there on YouTube. Everybody counts. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all on the next one.